America is weak, and our enemies know it.
Be advised, we got zips in the wire down here.
Roger, last Bravo 6. Can't run it any closer. We're about to try and back and snake and nape, but we're bingo fuel.
For the record, it's my call. Dump everything you've got left on my pod. I say again, expend all remaining in my perimeter.
Coming to you from behind the lines in Washington State, local and national talk, news, and opinions. This is the Behind the Line podcast. China and Russia seem to be making a lot of moves here in recent months and years, and it's starting to give pause to some U.S. officials. This is a report from the Daily Wire, July 11th, 2021. U.S. officials warn what Communist China is preparing to do ramifications for U.S. were too late. Top U.S. officials have continued to sound the alarm in recent days about what Communist China is preparing to do globally and what the ramifications from the U.S. will be, warning that war is essentially inevitable. Rear Admiral Mike Studman, the top intelligence officer at J2 for the East Asian Command, said this last week that they are warning that it's danger on all fronts in regards to Chinese military aggression, and that it's not just Taiwan that U.S. officials are concerned about. This idea that it's only a Taiwan scenario versus many other areas where the Chinese are being highly assertive, coercive, is a failure in understanding complexity, because it's not that simple, he said, adding that the scenario may not even be the most likely as China is currently pressuring lots of its neighbors. In regards to China launching a military invasion of Taiwan, Studman said, "To us, it's only a matter of time, not a matter of if, because if you understand the problem set, you understand that Taiwan will likely fold based on economic and informational and diplomatic influence alone." Studman said that U.S. officials are describing the current war path with China the same way that General Douglas MacArthur described the lead-up to World War II. Too late, Studman said. Too late in comprehending the deadly purpose of a potential enemy. Too late in realizing the mortal danger. Too late in preparedness. Too late in uniting all possible forces for resistance. Studman said that China plans to surpass the U.S. to become the world's top superpower, adding that Machiavellian Chinese dictator Xi Jinping has led China's rise through lying, cheating, and stealing. He added that China wants to have an effective control over entire populations, and that what China is doing in Hong Kong right now is a foreshadowing of what Chinese effective control will look like in other places. The remarks come as Xi said in a recent speech commemorating the Chinese Communist Party, one of the most murderous political parties in human history, that China is working to accelerate their modernization programs to develop capabilities to seize Taiwan. Ambassador Robert Wood, the U.S. envoy to the Conference on Disarmament in Geneva, said this last week that China is looking at developing advanced nuclear weapons systems that the U.S. does not have. Examples of the exotic nukes that China is looking at include nuclear-powered underwater drones and nuclear-powered cruise missiles. This is something they are looking at, Wood said. If they were to develop these kinds of weapons and aerial systems, this has the potential to change the strategic stability environment in a dynamic way. Recent satellite images have also shown that China is building hundreds of what experts believe are nuclear missile silos designed to fire intercontinental ballistic missiles from hard-to-reach areas deep inside China. Bad news, folks. People should have seen this coming a long time ago. You add this with all the recent activity with the Russian military, the huge operation off the coast of Hawaii, 35 miles, the biggest of its kind since the early 90s. The Russian exchange with a ship in the Baltic Sea. Russia is offloading all of its American dollars. It all points to signs that Russia and China are preparing for something, and We're more concerned about a bunch of stupid social issues right now that the president and the current administration are dropping the ball. America is weaker than it's ever been. Russia has hypersonic nuclear weapons, which the U.S. does not. So, hypothetically, China and Russia could destroy the U.S. and never even have to set foot here. Between China's superiority with nuclear weapons and with Russia's superiority with nuclear weapons. Never have to set a foot in America, and there's not much we could do about it. And it seems as though the current administration is just going to play stupid and ignore all this stuff going on right now. It's just weird times. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Behind the Line podcast. I hope you will subscribe to the channel so you can get regular updates. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, I hope you will also like it, share it, and subscribe on YouTube as well. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Spreaker. We're on various other podcast platforms. And you can find me on LinkedIn under John Washington. Again, thank you for listening. We appreciate your support.